This, I believe, is my 250th take by defense. So apologies for the unnecessary noises that you will be hearing in the entire course of this reflection slash mini defense. To start this reflection slash defense, I would like to give emphasis of that one sentence that always comes to my mind every time we talk about our Re3, and that is, the words of the Lord are so powerful. It is because every time that we talk about adversities in life, we tend to seek for professional help. As a political science student, we are taught to seek help from lawyers, from legal persons, from students who graduated and became professionals under the field of law. But in reality, there are also other options, most especially in the context of marriage, that a person or a partner can take into account, and that is consulting the words of the Lord. In the entire course of this, um, what I consider as third chapter of learning religion or E3, I have learned that in the hierarchy of consultation when it comes to problems in marriage and family, of course, this may sound cliche and, well, not always applied, but the Lord must always be considered. It is because it is through Him that marriage existed, and it is through Him where we can find solutions for marriage. I'm trying to find the words to properly express my mind, but I just can't find them now. But additionally, in relation to my website, seriously speaking, I have managed to brave a total of 5 silo tasks with my BEC. We tend to share our notes, we tend to share our learnings, and every time it's hard for us to realize what we consider as jargons in the Bible, we tend to share our points of understanding. That's the reason as to why, despite sometimes being delayed, I managed to brave the modules and its quizzes in the entire course of the semester. Now, in the practical application of all these learnings, of the belief that the words of the Lord are so powerful, I hosted our ASL. It's hard because I believe this video will take much of your time, Sergio, but please forgive me as I really want to share my experience. It's really fulfilling, number one, because we had the opportunity to share our learnings with the families that the CET managed to invite. However, it's full of challenges because it is um, not unfamiliar to you and from us other BECs that some of the committees really failed to gather um, budget for this event. And so, as the father of our BEC, I have encouraged my friends and what I consider as family in RE3 to raise funds using our own allowances. And I'm so grateful that my BEC were so willing. Number one, we bought 4 appliances for the families. Number two, I personally bought candies alongside my BEC and we packed them for the kids. And we also um, feel so heartwarmed with our mother, which is Kimberly, who donated 300 pesos to make the families, most especially the children, happy after games. And all of these are separate from the contributions that we have provided for the benefit of the whole class. And so I'm just grateful. I am not trying to give emphasis of these things because I want to just take credit, but of course a part of me wants these things to be recognized by my classmates because the entire experience of the ASL indeed was challenging, but may this serve as an inspiration of building camaraderie with the families, which is our BECs. because it is through communication where we manage to find that common denominator to help one another and seal the deal of making the experience of the families worthwhile. Now, as what I have told them, I am really wishing that the next semester will be good to us because we will be immersing with the realities of the church in the Philippines, which is gonna be about a church which is near to our um, houses. No, I am praying for the success of this entire Re3 journey, and all of these learnings are my defense sa aking Google site simply because I believe putting pictures, putting learnings, and putting all this stuff in Google sites are nonsense if there is no personal reflection that will prove that you have really absorbed these teachings. Well, I mean, I am not my best every RE3 class. I am sometimes sleepy, and of course, it's not um, new. No? I will not deny it po na um, sometimes I prioritize the next subject, which is my law class, instead of listening. But there are always points where I realize that putting premium to this subject, despite it not being major and of course not being directly part of our occupation in the future, is really important because we tend to forget that this subject reminds us that there is a refuge more than what we perceive as the best. And that circles back to the reality that in the hierarchy of things like marriage and family, before legal, of course it may sound cliche once again, but consultation with the words of the Lord are important. And to end this, since this is taking much of your time, sir, um, I just really want to say thank you, and may this defense of my G sites by sharing my reflection be also a motivation to your end, because you're now in graduate school, just like us you're learning. And um, one thing is for sure, I'll always keep on praying for those who are still trying to find refuge and by default, because of life's realities, still failing to find God. And also, I'll pray for everyone, of course, for their safety and success. And now that we are heading to our last chapter or destination in this RE journey, I also personally hope that you'll root us to be at our best, and also be that person who will always remind us that in times where things feels rough, there is someone, even though hindi namin nakikita, na pwede namin maramdaman through our Colegios Chapel. And that's all. And once again, thank you for always being so patient with us, for always trusting us that we can do things, and for always trying to put a smile on your face every time you feel that the class is done.